Hi, this is Sanjit Kumar Singh, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department at Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. This is second unit, optical losses, second part of our presentation of the subject ONS 22647 as per MSBT syllabus. So we already saw the 16 marks allocated for it and the unit outcomes. Now in this presentation, we'll see the splicing techniques, mostly the uh, fusion splicing, that is also called welding, and the mechanical splicing technique. The splicing technique, there are two methods of joining two fiber ends, and that is splicing or by connectors. So splicing, what is splicing? A permanent jointing formed between two individual fiber ends is called splicing. So what is the need of splicing? We require to have long haul fiber links for long distance communication or transcontinental communication, where a smaller fiber length has to be joined with the other end. So no frequent connection and disconnections are required. There we require the splicing. Fibers should have a smooth and square end faces to achieve. Using suitable tool, that could be either some mechanical tools, or it could be chemical process or electromechanical process for scribe and break process. Types depend upon the fusion splicing. It is also called welding. And the mechanical, under mechanical we will be studying the tube splicing and the V groove splicing. So all these techniques, the splicing technique is to optimize the splice performance through both the fiber end preparation and alignment of the two joint fibers. For multi-mode fiber, average splice loss is 0.1 to 0.2 dB. So now let's see what is fusion splicing. Fusion splicing is advantageous in the sense it is fast, reliable, low loss, and fiber to fiber connection by creating a homogeneous, that is uniform joint between the two fiber ends. For that we require thermal bonding of the two prepared fibers, and there is a localized heating of the two fiber ends. The fibers are melted or fused by heating, and sufficient axial pressure, simultaneously axial pressure is applied so that the two melted ends join on the fiber ends, usually by electric arc. So that heating is provided by generally electric arc, and then it is observed. So inspection using microscope is carried out, or some special tools are used. Heating process or heating source, microplasma torches or oxyhydric micro burners are used for that. Mostly used is electric arc that we discussed earlier. So fusion splicing provides high quality joints with minimum loss of 0.01 dB to 0.10 dB in single mode fibers, and are non-reflective. That is very important. It is non-reflective, means the light incident at the joint will not reflect into the same optical fiber end, but it will go to the next optical fiber end, and it will enter to the next fiber end. Chemical changes happens during the melting sometimes, and will produce a weak splice. So here we see the stepwise fusion process and the apparatus setup. So what we see here, the initial setting where the two fiber ends are prepared and brought to the fusion, brought near to each other, where we have tungsten electrodes which will produce the arc for heating the two ends, and while it is heated, simultaneously axial pressure is applied and a joint is formed. So here we find a perfect joint. Then it will be observed under microscope or some testing equipment to see the losses taking place, and if any error, then again it will be corrected either by breaking it and preparing it and joining again. So the one end is fixed block, whereas the other end is movable, that can be controlled at microscopic level using a micro positioner. And these are two tungsten electrodes for providing the arc and heating, localized heating of these two ends, and axial pressure is applied along this movable block. And this is how a permanent joint is formed. Now the steps can be clearly mentioned as for fusion splicing. First step is to strip, clean and clip. We are stripping the optical fiber end, cleaning it. There are some solutions as well, and then we are cleaving it. So then it will be loaded into the splicer and splicing is done. Then inspection of the splice will be done, joint will be done, and if any correction, unsatisfactory splicing or unwanted reflection or losses taking place, then it will be again, joint will be broken and again it will be repaired and joint. So in this way it is protected using the fusion splicing technique. Mechanical splicing are more lossy typical, but it is faster and employed on the field when emergency work is there. So typical losses could be 0.2 dB and has less reliable performance. So fibers are held in alignment by the some mechanical means, that is tubes or around that tube fiber ends or V groups. System operators use this method of splicing for emergency restoration as it is fast, is inexpensive and easier, and reflective and non-homogeneous. So there will be somewhat reflections as light is incident on this joint. It will be bended in the same side, and this is due to the non-uniformity in the joint or the density due to joining. So these are two fiber ends. This is the capillary tube where butted ends are brought together, and with matching gel there will be a hole for injecting the matching gel, which will have the same refractive index as that of the core, so that no reflection or reflection is reduced. So here we see different mechanical splicing, and a square cross section capillary is used that will have angled here. Here we can see that it is decreasing, means it will raise up here, and it is internally the structure is such that it will allow only one fiber to from either side, and they are joining here, and there is a hole for pouring in, injecting the epoxy material, the bonding material. Then the elastic tube splice uses a rigid alignment tube in which the prepared fiber ends, these are the prepared fiber ends, are permanently bonded. So snug tube splice that makes use of glass or ceramic capillary can be used, and transparent adhesives are injected through a bore. So there will be a bore or a hole for the adhesive to let in, gives mechanical sealing and index matching. So refractive index will be matched with that of the core. Average splice loss here it is 0.1 dB for multi-mode graded index fiber, and single mode ceramic capillary is used. Loose tube splice uses oversized square section metal tube, and transparent adhesives is first inserted before the fibers are brought together and inserted inside, and it is self-aligning. So no extra effort has to be given for aligning. So perfect aligning reduces the losses. Now here we have the V groove splicing. Here we can see there is a V cut on a substrate. So uses groups to ensure the fibers to be joined are coming face to face, aligned in a straight line, and it is a very simple method and less costly, and it gives alignment to the two fiber ends, and V groove formed by sandwiching the butted ends. The two butted ends, prepared ends, are brought into this V groove over glass substrate and a flat glass retainer plate. And adhesive, transparent adhesive is let in so that it bonds the two ends. So the questions are asked to compare the two, fusion splice and the V groove splice. So we can compare with respect to the method of joining two optical fiber in fusion splicing is fiber ends to end using heat, localized heating is done, whereas in V groove the V groove aligns two fiber ends in a small glass tube or capillary tube, ceramic tube, with a hole just slightly larger than the outer diameter of the fiber, and the source of the heat is provided with the help of electric arc generally. And whereas in V groove it is sandwiched, the butted ends are sandwiched between a V groove glass substrate and the flat glass retainer plane. Fusion splicing does not have higher insertion loss, whereas V groove have very high insertion loss. The fusion splice has high reliability, low reliability is for the V groove splice, and very less return loss for the fusion splice, whereas here very high return losses. And fusion splice is used for single mode fiber products, and V groove is used for single fiber and fiber ribbons. And fusion splice is expensive because of the complex method adopted and the tools adopted, whereas V groove it is a simple method of splicing and it is hence inexpensive. These are the references for further learning. Thank you very much for patiently listening.